Do you have anxiety issues and absolutely no idea as to what to do and what not to? Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about 8 things that you need to stop doing in case you have anxiety issues. Hey, my name is Dr. Pushp Lamba. I'm your ICF certified success and happiness coach. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about these 8 things that you need to stop doing in case you have anxiety issues. So let's roll on. Point number 1, decision taking. Well, I'm not telling you to stop taking decisions. What I'm trying to tell you is start to prioritize which decisions are to be taken and which not. I'll give an example. Steve Jobs used to wear a black turtleneck to all his public appearances and in fact in his office as well. He said that that helps him to eliminate the need to decide what to wear each day, so that he can focus on more important tasks and decisions. Now, in our daily life, we actually tend to focus so much on so many things which don't matter actually. And once we are actually focused on those things and we're not able to take a decision, that adds to our anxiety. You need to take a piece of paper and a pen, start writing down the decisions that you're taking during the day, all types of decisions, big or small, and then start to eliminate those decisions that don't make any difference. Point number 2, and this is connected to the first point of eliminating those unimportant decisions. You need to stop being in black or white space. What do I mean by that? In our mind, if actually we are an anxiety patient, we tend to think that either this thing has to be done or this thing does not need to be done, or rather either I do it fantastically well or I don't do it only. Now the moment we start operating from this black or white space, it creates a lot of unnecessary anxiety in our mind. What you need to do is that you need to bring your mind in a gray area. You need to start thinking that, all right, out of these 10 things, if 3 things are done perfectly well or quite well, I'm going to be good. 5 things, if I done a marginally well, I'm going to be fantastic. And there are 2 things that I don't need to do at all. So let's eliminate it. What is going to happen once you start thinking in this gray area is you start giving yourself some kind of buffer to go wrong. And this is a big step towards stopping to procrastinate also. So if you're working in a black or white, unless you have all the resources available, which by the way you will never have, you will not start the thing only. So if I want to, let's say, go for a walk every morning, I need to have that track suit, my sports shoes, my mobile with the right playlist, my earphones, and I'm actually going to create a lot of lists. Out of these, actually I can eliminate a lot of things, and if I start doing that, I can actually start going to my walk. So stop being in black and white spaces, start existing in gray areas where you give yourself those chances to be not perfect, which a lot of people actually tend to do. And then you stop procrastinating also. You don't have any excuses of not to do that particular thing. Point number 3, avoidance. Yes, I need you to stop avoiding. What are you avoiding? Tell me if I'm wrong. There is a party, you go there, you take your favorite drink and you sit or stand in a corner. You avoid people. In a public place, you get on a hypothetical phone call on your mobile phone, or you just call a random friend of yours and start talking because you're avoiding eye contact. In a meeting, or rather the day you're supposed to present something, you call in sick because you're afraid of what will happen when you go to that particular meeting to present. All these cases are cases where you're avoiding. Stop avoiding. You need to stop avoiding because in your mind you've created this imaginary story that if you do what you are avoiding, you'll end up losing something or making a joke of yourself, and people are going to mock you. Well, you need to start doing things in order to get over these things. I understand it's not an easy task, but you need to start somewhere. Take baby steps if required, but you need to start somewhere. And if you're liking this video up until now, a request for you to subscribe to the channel and turn on all the notifications so that you get to know when I upload my next video. Point number 4, you need to stop fighting your anxiety. What you need to understand over here is that while anxiety is not exactly your best friend, it's not exactly your worst enemy either. You need to learn to live with a bit of anxiety for some period of time. Why am I saying this? Because even if you stop doing whatever I'm telling you to, the change is not going to appear overnight. You need to do this, take this at a decent pace where your mind is able to understand, absorb, and align itself to whatever new thought processes I'm telling you to develop. And all this will take some time, some patience, some perseverance from your end. And while all of this happens, stop fighting your anxiety. You don't need to fight it. You just need to embrace it for a while until it goes away or eliminates or reduces a lot in its quantity. Point number 5, overthinking. You need to stop overthinking. What happens in the mind of a person who has these anxiety issues is that in your mind you create this fantasy or this theory or this story that once you go on a stage to present or speak to an audience of, let's say, 200 sitting in front of you, you are going to mess up. And because of this fear of yours, you don't even go and attempt to register yourself for some position where you have to go on to stage. Now, what are you doing? You're depriving yourself of a lot of opportunities. You're actually ignoring, or you're trying to avoid facing failure. You need to understand that the more you think about a scenario or a situation or a problem, the more you're going to be living in the problem. You need to start living in the solution. And that is a trick over here. You need to stop overthinking. The moment you realize you are overthinking, what you can actually do is you can wear a rubber band around your wrist. And the moment you realize that you're overthinking, snap it on your wrist. That will send a signal to your brain that you're overthinking. So you need to undertake this small activity and you will see how wonderful results it will yield for you. Next point, you need to stop ignoring the me. What do I mean by that? You need to start taking care of yourself. Believe me, even if you are a mother, a daughter, a son, a husband, a boyfriend, a friend, a brother or a sister, the first person that matters to you and should matter to you is you. Until and unless you take care of yourself, you are never going to be able to take care of people around you. A lot of people are entering into this anxiety space because they are not able to help people around them, that is their family members, their parents, their siblings, their kids for that matter. You need to understand that when you are in an airplane, the air hostess tells you that in case when the oxygen mask drops, the first person you're going to help is yourself. That is, put on the mask yourself so that you're able to help people around you. And that is exactly what you need to start doing from this point on. Point number 7, stop being around toxic people. You know, your environment makes you, and if your environment is toxic, that is, the people in your environment are toxic, you can never be a happy person. You are going to start with identifying people or instances which are toxic in nature, and then you're going to get away from them. Either you go away or make them go away. You need to learn how to deal with them. In fact, in one of my master classes, I actually teach how to identify the toxic people. There are actually 9 types of toxic people, and then there are 9 ways in how to deal with them. In all our lives, there are these people who are different types and categories of toxics, and there is a different way to deal with them. You need to learn all of this. You need to understand all of this. A toxic person could be your best friend, but if that best friend is toxic, you need to get away from that friend. Until unless you do, you are never going to come out of this anxiety issue. The last point, point number 8, is stop resisting help. Start seeking help. This help could be from your friends, your family, someone intelligent or mature that you know, but or for that matter, if you can't find any one of these people in your circle, seek professional help. There is no harm in it. Should be no taboo to it. I understand there is some taboo attached to seeking help for your mental health issues, but believe me, if you genuinely want to help yourself and you're not finding any relevant person in your immediate environment whom you can trust also, seek help. There is no harm in it. We go to a doctor when we have fever, right? Well, so when we can seek professional help when we are physically unwell, why can't we seek professional help when we are mentally unwell? There is absolutely no distinction. In fact, until unless you have a healthy mind, you can never have a healthy body. Or if you have a healthy body, it's going to be of no use to you because your mind is not healthy. So you need to start taking help from people. Stop resisting that help that is coming your way. You just need to qualify that person whom you're taking help from. And when I say qualify, I'm not talking necessarily about academic qualifications. I'm talking about certain skill sets that that person should have. For example, that person should be mature. That person should have empathy. That person should have some experience in handling such issues. And very importantly, that person should be non-judgmental in nature. And this is where professional help comes in handy, because a good professional never judges you. So try and take care of all these things. And if you like this video, subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so that you get to know my next video when it comes up. So I hope this video of some help to you, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. This is Dr. Pushp Lamba signing off. Bye-bye.